Hello, my miracles. It is Movie Review Monday. The beginning of another week. I hope your week is fantastic. Yesterday, I mowed the lawn in this Florida weather, and I am exhausted, but we're gonna push through. We're gonna review two films. The first film we're gonna review is River Wild. This is available on Netflix, released in 2023. This stars Leighton Meester as Joey, Taran Killam as Gray, and Adam Brody as Trevor. This is what I would call an action thriller. It's a nature movie. It's about whitewater rafting, which I have gone through and experienced, so I really enjoyed this film. Now, it starts out with Joey. She is on her way to meet her brother, and they haven't seen each other for a while, and he is a tour guide for whitewater rafting. Gray drops a bomb saying that his longtime friend Trevor is coming on the trip. Joey is not happy, you can tell. The interaction between Trevor and Joey is very tense, and Trevor has just been released from prison. Fun. So Carissa and Van are the additional characters that come into play. Now they are friends, and they're on all of these adventures together, so they join the group. So they all get into the raft, they're enjoying their time, and it starts to get a little bit dark, so they pull into a takeout and they decide to camp there. So they're all around the campfire enjoying each other's company, and Van, she pulls out a bottle of alcohol, and they all start getting drunk except for Gray. Come to find out, Gray has been sober from drugs and alcohol. So the night progresses. Joey gets up and says that she's tired, and she goes into the tent. Well, Van and Trevor kind of have this flirtatious thing going on. She gets up to go into the woods to go to the bathroom. Trevor follows. And there's like this kind of silence where Joey's in her tent getting ready to go to bed. All of a sudden you hear this scream, "Help me, help us." She runs out, and did I mention that she's a doctor? She's a doctor. She runs out and finds Van, and Van has a massive skull fracture. Joey asks Van what happened, and Trevor interrupts her and says, "Oh, she tripped." Well, Joey assesses the situation and knows that Van is in danger. She has a massive skull fracture. So Trevor runs off, and while Trevor is gone, Van says that Trevor tried to assault her, tried to grab her. Well, Trevor comes back, says the radio is not working. They all decide to put Van in the raft and go down to the ranger station, which is hours away. This is pitch dark out. They finally make it to the ranger station. Something horrible happens. So it escalates so smoothly and so fast. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? I don't want to give away too much more, but I really, really enjoyed this film. Now, we're going to segue into why I enjoyed this film. It's because the director and producers were trying to reimagine this film, The River Wild, starring Meryl Streep and Kevin Bacon. This is one of my top favorite action thriller films. Meryl Streep plays Gail, and her husband Tom is right here, if you can see. This is her son, Rory, and Kevin is Wade. So Gail and Tom are married, and the marriage is pretty much almost at the breaking point. Her son Rory has a birthday coming up, and Gail has decided to take Rory and the family on a whitewater rafting tour. Gail in the past was a very, very well-known tour guide, so this is nothing to her. Well, her husband comes home and he's a workaholic. He says that he can't go on the trip. And she's very upset about it. She's like, "You're doing this to us again." But she decides that she's going to go anyway. She meets her parents at the river. They take her youngest daughter because she's too young to go on the whitewater rafting. Well, Rory, the son, meets Wade and they have a conversation, and Rory thinks Wade is cool. So they're getting ready to get into the raft, and all of a sudden, Gail's husband, Tom, shows up, surprise, and Gail is really happy that he decided to come along on the trip. They get in the raft and they're enjoying their time together, and then they see Wade, his friend Terry, and another friend. And they wave at him and everything's fine. And all of a sudden, a few hours later, it's just Wade and Terry, and Wade claims that they've been kind of abandoned. I'm going to tell you this. This is such an awesome, awesome film. The scenery in this, the nature, is breathtaking. So as the film progresses, Wade and Terry come to find out they're criminals, of course, and they take Gail and her family hostage. Wade finds out that Gail is a renowned tour guide. She has managed to be one of the only tour guides to go over a category, I think 5 or 6 whitewater rapid. And Wade wants her to do this again. Gail did this when she was like 18, 19 years old. And Gail's like, "Listen, I'm older. I'm not going to be able to do this." Wade's like, "Yeah, you're going to have to." Because after, I think it's the gauntlet is what it's called. After the gauntlet, Terry and Wade are going to just take off and basically never be seen again. This is fantastic. Find this film and watch it. You will not regret it. So, all in all, River Wild, I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. The River Wild, I'm going to give 5 out of 5, of course. Maybe watch The River Wild first, then watch River Wild on Netflix and see which one you prefer. Comment down below, let me know. But yeah, I just love this film. I just love this film. And I didn't mention this, but I have another movie haul. Whoa. So we went to, shocking, Bright Light and found some really good deals and found quite a bit that have been on my list. So first is, of course, Misery. I had this in my collection, got rid of it, now I have it back. So the book is so much better, but Kathy Bates is one of my favorite actresses, and yeah, Misery. Next is Don't Breathe 2. I have the first one. This one, I don't remember enjoying it as much. So my goal is to watch this again. If I don't like it, I'm going to get rid of it. You know me. Of course, classic Jaws. I am waiting to get the pack of Jaws 2, 3, and 4. But of course, the first one is iconic. The first and second one are my favorite, so. All right, next Blu-ray is Queen of the Damned. Love this film. Friday the 13th Killer Cut. This is the remake. I will say, and I don't want to upset anybody, but The original Friday the 13th were definitely not my favorite, but I did really enjoy the remake. Okay, Hostel 1 and 2. I watched these the other night, and I may be getting rid of these. I just didn't enjoy them as much as I thought I did, if that makes sense. I will say my favorite of the two is Hostel 2. Yeah, I like that one more, but I may be getting rid of this. Another one checked off my list is Welcome to Marwen. This is my favorite Steve Carell film. It is brand new with the slipcover, so I'm excited to revisit this because it's such a heartwarming and heartfelt film. So, yeah. So I picked up The Ugly Truth. Gerard Butler's character is so annoying at first, but I really enjoyed this one. Next, I was so excited for this. This is a double feature of Jean-Claude Van Damme's films, Bloodsport and Time Cop. Time Cop is probably my second favorite film of his. Nowhere to Run is my first. Last but not least, a triple feature Blu-ray. This has Assassins, Cobra, and The Specialist. You guys know I love Sylvester Stallone. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, please, and thank you. Now, Assassins and The Specialist, I actually have on DVD, and let me show you. So I featured these in one of my movie hauls, and that is the Snapcase DVD of Assassins and also the Snapcase DVD of The Specialist. Now I have them on Blu-ray, which is phenomenal. I will admit to you, if I really, really love a film, I will possibly have duplicates, and if I see them out in the wild, I have a hard time not buying them. I don't know why, but I probably will keep the Snapcase of The Specialist. I love the front cover of it. So, yeah. Is that a problem for anyone else? I've seen a lot of physical media YouTubers that they'll love a film so much that they'll want to get a version in every single format. So like I have behind me, I have Citizen Kane. I love Citizen Kane. I have 2 copies. So is that a thing? I mean, I think it's a thing. I don't know. I'm not making any sense. All right, guys, if you like this video, click that like button. If you are not a miracle and want to be, click that subscribe button. Watch a miracle happen. I will see you guys tomorrow for a Page Turner Tuesday. Love you. Bye.